Hi, and welcome to my podcast or YouTube channel, wherever you are watching or listening this. And today I'm talking about that when faster fat loss is better. So, like now in social media, and like what I'm talking about also is that you should always find some sustainable way to lose weight and not trying to lose weight too fast or fat too fast and going slower, what ultimately is the better way. But there are some cases when actually faster way is the better. And today I'm going to tell you how to do it, when are the cases, when you should think about it to do it, and actually how to do it. So let's get started. And so if you first of all, I want to say that if you are thinking about it, like most of us want to get faster results by obviously doing a bit less, and if you have some kind of history of disorder eating habits, or you are scared that you might turn to disorder eating like binging or any other disorder eating habits, this is nothing for you. It's a faster way is not the better way, and actually it can do a lot more harm than it can do good. So don't if this is you, don't aim to be faster way. And but then cases when you should consider it, it's for the people, like if you have very much fat to lose, like over 20 kilos, or you have really low self-confidence and you are not actually believing it that you can do it. So these are cases when it could make sense, and now I'm going to tell you how to do it. And first, it's you have to understand that it's not some solution forever, but for very short period of time it can make sense, because once you lose weight in a very short time, and a lot of weight, most likely you start to get belief that you can actually do it. And after that you have to understand and set expectations with yourself that it won't go that fast forever. So it might be just in the beginning, like for first 7 days, maximum 14 days, and after you can start to get your habits more sustainable, and your eating habits, your calorie targets more sustainable level. But in the beginning it could make sense to just because that you get more belief. So it's like if you think like some weight surgery, like you can remove that your belly fat or wherever you have that fat, but you know that once you have removed it, it's not going to be a long-term solution unless you change something. So it will come all back if you don't change something. So it's you have to understand that there have to be some change, and it's the same thing why actually those kind of detoxes are working, because you get belief that you can actually do it, you get results, and then you are actually changing something, your habits, you start to work out more, be more aware of what you are eating, and in those cases it makes sense. But remember that you don't need to do some detox. There are some other lot cheaper ways to do it if you want to get faster results. So how to do it then? So it's to start actually pretty big deficit. It's if you have let's say now like in a pounds, if your body weight goal, think about if your weight is 200 pounds, your goal body weight is for example 180 pounds. So you have relatively a small amount to lose. So in that case I would recommend your goal body weight times 9 to 10. So there you get your calorie target. And if you have a lot to lose, like over it's 20 kilos, so 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, something like in that range, you can even go as low as 7 or 8 times to your goal body weight. So there you get your first calorie target, how to do it. And if you don't know about pounds, it's in a kilos you can do the same. Just transfer your body weight from kilos to pounds, so you get the same formula, and you get your calorie target where to start and starting point. So that's a pretty big deficit. It's depending a little bit, but it can be over 1,000 calories less than your body needs, and obviously that is not something really sustainable. But it's just the starting point for a first 7 maximum 14 days to eat really low calories and high volume use foods, what will get you faster results, and after you can transform for something more sustainable. So but this is actually, it's pretty dangerous path to do it, and I would recommend to you to work with a coach with this going through, because you might if you do this alone, it's easy to set unrealistic expectations. So you will expect that it's going to work, or I can do this forever. And when then longer you do it, you start to realize that it's not sustainable. You start to have low energy. You start to feel bad. You are hungry, and then it's just that it's matter of time before you quit. So it's not gonna be sustainable. But for the beginning, if you work and you have a coach who set expectations, what to do, and then how to transform for something what you can do more sustainable. So working with the coach for this part, it's I would really recommend, because it alone it's dangerous path, and it can lead to disorder habits, or that then in the end you might gain weight back you lost. So then it won't help you actually at all. It's actually doing more harm than good. So these are ways how you can do it, and it's for some people, like there are actually many researches showing that it could be beneficial for some persons. It's not the way that I'm using a lot with my clients, but there are some clients who actually have who are this kind of mentality, and that you have to get some results or you end up quitting, or you have really a lot to lose. So in those cases, think about it, and concentrate to work with the coach, because that's not the most sustainable way, and not the very first choice what I would do with somebody. But think about it as an option, and you don't need to buy some detox, because if you think that those like detoxes for 7 or 9 days, that's the principle is exactly same. So you are eating really low calories, or you don't eat at all for a short period of time, you end up losing a lot of weight. And if that is giving you motivation to keep going, because usually what happens that during that time you start to if you're not doing detoxes in that time, you can do it without paying anything. So you search foods, low calorie, high volume foods, and eat with a big deficit, and you will end up losing a lot of weight. Also, if you cut carbs out, even that's not a solution what you want to do it forever, but it will make your weight go down. It's not a sustainable way, but for short term, if you feel like that you need to get scale moving right away, or you end up quitting. So in that way, if you do it, you do your little bit research about calories, how they affect, you learn how scale is going, that even you are reducing your calories and do everything perfectly, your weight will not go down every single day. So it will always fluctuate, even you don't eat anything. There will be days that your weight will fluctuate and go up. So it gives you also skills what will benefit you then in the future when you learn about calories, what are high calorie or low calorie, high volume foods. So that's also part of the journey what you need to learn if you want to get results what you want to also keep after. Because think it this way, that if the ways how you lose weight are not sustainable, you will not gonna end up losing or keeping that weight off also in a long term. So if you lose weight by doing some detox teas for 7 days, you should actually think about to do it also in 5 years, that you can keep that weight off, or otherwise it won't be sustainable. This method is only for really short period of time. I would say that 7 days, and maybe in some cases 14 days, but never longer, because then it won't be sustainable. So I hope this helped, and hopefully you got some idea, because the faster way is always not better, but in these kind of cases it could make some sense. I would really appreciate if you got some value from this podcast, or YouTube, give me a 5-star review. Those are helping a lot if you think it was worth of it. If not, then to be honest, don't leave review at all. But if you think it's worth of 5 stars, I would really appreciate it. And if you're not following me in YouTube or in my other social media platforms like TikTok or Instagram, would really appreciate it. And you can always send me message, DM in Instagram. I think it's the best way to contact me and get in touch with me. I try to reply every single one of them, and hope to help you, and talk to you soon.